So I was really struggling to think of what sort of video to do for this week because I've pretty much been very busy with the Hair Raising Flicks Halloween special, which will be coming next week. So look forward to that. But yeah, this week just kind of fell into a weird spot of I've got nothing. And then all of a sudden, I found it. The perfect subject. A 1950s documentary, I guess. It's not a PSA. I don't think it would be considered a PSA. We'll just call it a documentary, a little mini documentary called Halloween Party from 1953. And this is sort of a very interesting look into what Halloween was like back in the 50s. You know, if you go on like YouTube and look for vintage Halloween things, you'll find a lot of like old commercials for stuff from like the 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up into today. I feel like Halloween became a lot more well documented starting with the 70s. But, you know, you go further back, you're not going to find a lot. You're not going to find as much stuff. I ended up coming across this, and it was a very interesting window into how did they do this holiday back then. The basic premise is that there's a family having a little Halloween shindig at their home. I believe this is the night before Halloween, and father just came home with like a pumpkin and some corn and, you know, very crude things to decorate with. Like, this is before we have Spirit Halloween animatronics and things like that. This is a very simpler time where we didn't spend a couple $1,000s on Halloween. Go to the farmer's market and drop a nickel and a few pennies, come home with some corn stalks and a pumpkin, bring it home to the kids, and they get to carve that thing. Have the time of their lives, really. Anyway, Peter has a cat mask that he made out of a paper bag, and he's using it to scare the dog Shemp. I think it's Shep, but I'm probably going to call him Shemp because it's just gonna happen. So Ship doesn't like the cat mask, and he starts like barking and growling and snarling, and it actually looks very intimidating, and I kind of wonder if maybe we should be getting this dog away from these children. Maybe it's potentially dangerous. It could be a hazard. I don't know.
And in goes his nose.
Either way, you know, this kid's scaring the dog. He don't like it. Personally, I think this is just kind of stupid. Why would you want to dress like a cat anyway? It's ridiculous. So anyway, the family begins to carve their jack-o'-lantern.
A very sad, sorry, spooky-looking jack-o'-lantern.
Why are we shaming this pumpkin so hard? Like, this is very aggressive. But yeah, so anyway, they put the jack-o'-lantern in the window, and it looks, you know, pretty cute. Again, this is a time where we don't have, you know, $500 Spirit Halloween animatronics. All you need is a jack-o'-lantern in the window. And you're the best decorated house in the neighborhood now. What did the Johnsons have? They had to cut up an orange. It's gonna be all shriveled up the next day. It's gonna look like crap.
Lights on. Everybody laughs at Shep.
Ha! Stupid! Dogs don't even know what pumpkins are. Idiots. Joke's on them, though, because the following morning, Shep tears the cat mask completely apart. Right before the big costume parade. Oh, no! This is a real tragedy, obviously. But that's okay, because Mom is on the case. Another wonderful thing about the 50s is that this was an era where you didn't just go to Spirit Halloween, buy yourself a pre-made costume. Nope. No way, Buster. You gotta make your own. You have the old needle and thread and whatever crap's laying around the house. And bing, bang, boom. There you go. Peter is now fully set with a new and improved costume.
A lady scarecrow.
A lady scarecrow. What? It just seems a little... Why is he just a lady scarecrow? Like, it could have just been like a regular scarecrow, but they specifically went for lady scarecrow. Which, I don't know, is this like a Peter secretly like trans or something? I mean, that's very progressive for the 50s, so, you know, I got to applaud. I love that, but it is certainly a decision that was made. Definitely not that I'm judging, but I'm just wondering why. Was that like a thing? Whatever the case was, it ended up winning him the costume contest. That's right, he won a whole bag of balloons, which he shared with all of his brethrens, other fellow children. And they had a good old time. You could say that party blows. Because of the balloons.
Shep is happy that he helped Peter win.
Shep, you've done nothing but ruin everything with your cowardice, so I don't think you should be taking credit for anything right now. You're kind of a bad boy. I don't know, just saying. But anyway, that was this weird little mini documentary about Halloween parties in the 1950s. Kind of cute, kind of fun. Hopefully I can find more things like this. It's just so interesting to see, like, not just Halloween, but holidays in general. Like, how did we do it back in the old days? It's fascinating to me. But yeah, I guess that's really all I got to say about that. So,
Everyone blows